Probably not. So why would it? Stuff usually doesn't, so we'll try it. So we got sound. Hey, there's sound. Great, alright. Different view today, testing some stuff here.
The largest pieces are on the left shoulder. There is a piece still in late.
And I just feel like going live here to test some stuff out. Got a long drive. This might overheat, so I hope this don't overheat. But you're kind of crooked there because we're going to be testing the front-facing camera on this. I'm trying to develop a different method of streaming here that doesn't cost me, like $4,000 a month and all this ridiculous crap. And I want to just do a lot more of this, run and gun type live streaming with a phone. And I'm trying. A couple of developers and I got together, and we're developing some link aggregation technology here to use with phones. But one of the challenges that holy shit, I am definitely speeding, as you can tell by the overlay there. We're trying to fight with the problem of overheating devices. And one thing that I've calculated the wattage used as the rear I think the rear cameras on these iPhones use about 1 watt, which is going to generate a decent amount of heat internally. So I think if I can get this to run stable with the front cameras, then I know that maybe it is the back cameras generating the heat, because in testing it never overheats with the front. So we're going to do an actual live stream and see. And if that is the case, then we'll do some sort of management with the cameras and try to bring the heat down. And I don't know why I'm unable to display the state on the little overlay. When I do it from the phone, it just shows the city. But I'm in northern Illinois. I'm headed toward somewhere, New York, I guess. But we could talk about the fires and upcoming plans and big changes coming and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're on X as well. I tell you what, guys, the best thing that ever happened for my Twitter was being inaccurately called a racist, because it's done absolutely nothing but make every post that I do, the engagements through the roof. And while this channel does not support racism, that was not a racist comment. I was actually corrected. That wasn't a racist comment anyway. That would have been an ethnically intolerant comment or whatever. But anyway, I didn't even know it was. But all that it has done is make the engagement on each post go from like 500 people to like 20 to 30,000. So we're gonna run with it, guys. We're gonna take it. If life gives you lemons, you step on them and make orange juice out of them. So that doesn't make any sense, but neither does any part of my life. So we're gonna do it, and we're just gonna start streaming over there, and hope Elon pays us a bunch of money at the end of the month. Probably won't, but I hope he does. So everybody, I guess, I don't know, we start talking about Elon, maybe it'll get in his algorithm or something. But yeah, folks, if this overheats, it'll just go to a signal acquiring screen, and at which point I'll just turn the encoder on and start using the encoder. So if that happens, just stay with me for a second or two. But I am, as you can tell, I definitely am speeding. We're doing about 10 miles per hour over. This is Illinois. Everybody knows about Texas miles per hour here, so we're good to go. Radar detector's on. Oh boy, the Twitter trolls are just boiling right now. They're like, oh my god, we can cancel him for that. He's breaking the law. I don't know. You know what, folks? You gotta have a little bit of fun with the cards that are dealt to you. That's all I'm gonna say. Is this, shit, did we freeze? What is going on here? No, it's working. But you gotta have a little fun with the cards that are dealt to you. You can't beat them, join them, I guess. They're trying to cancel Connor and Reed and all these other people for no reason. So I've decided that we're just done dealing with the trolls and stuff, and now I'm just gonna start calling. I'll start calling a spade a spade. We see something we don't like, we'll just call it out. I don't care. I should get a Tesla as a free gift. I'm telling you what, people, all this Twitter engagement, we're making Elon rich here. This is ridiculous. I'd really like some sort of a prize. I am headed to New York for what's probably going to be the most boring lake effect snow event you're ever going to see. I'm not kidding. It looks horribly boring. It looks terrible. Honest to God. It looks boring. Wow, we are really low latency with this phone, guys. I'm calculating with the overpass is about 3 Mississippis. That is 3 solid seconds of delay. That's it. We're only 3 seconds delayed. This is awesome. Yeah, I should get free Starlink. Should get free Starlink for as long as we've been representing them. My God. Social media was a grave mistake. Completely agree.
There's a bunch of debris in the...
No, I'm actually, Bonnie, Bonnie's got a good point, but I'm specifically instructing the mods to not delete the troll comments today. I need them for my Twitter engagement. Kidding, but not kidding. I had a little bit of a health scare this morning. I thought I was going to die. I woke up and had the worst stomach ache of my life. I honest to God thought I was about to die. Lay down on the bathroom floor for about 45 minutes, fell asleep, and then mustered up enough energy to get to the bedroom and went back to bed and woke up 2 hours later. So I'm 2.5 hours behind schedule because I honest to God thought I was about to die. I was about to have to call a fucking ambulance. It was that bad. I haven't had stomach pain that bad since the great hot tub fiasco of 2020. Some of you folks might remember that, where I got horrible stomach flu. I was streaming with Ryan Hall, and I took Nikki and they took Nikki with me to North Carolina, and I got horrible stomach flu. It was basically food poisoning. I got horrible food poisoning at the hotel in North Carolina. I think it was in Raleigh or something. And I still managed to go out and chase that ice storm. But guys, I thought I was dying, and she can attest to it. I was honest to God like screaming in pain in the bathroom, like not like going to the bathroom, just like existing. Like the bathroom floor was cold. That's why I was there. It was the worst stomach pain of my life, and I don't know, it was terrible. And I haven't had stomach pain like that since then. And I had it for this morning, and I hope to God it doesn't come back, because if it comes back, we're canceling the chase, because my God, that was terrible. Honest to God, folks, I'm not kidding. I got out of the shower and it hit me, and I thought somebody was sticking a knife in my side. It was terrible. I actually thought it might have been appendicitis for a minute, and I started Googling what my options were. And this is a sheriff's department vehicle here on the left that we're passing on the right, haters. We're doing 8.5 miles an hour over the speed limit. We're passing the sheriff's department, so I just want to make that clear. But just got to give the haters something. But I'm drinking, I got the tears of my haters in an orange juice bottle here. I'll show you that in a minute. But I honest to God was Googling. I'm like, shit, what are my options with appendicitis? Like, I cannot afford to miss work here. I cannot afford it, especially with everybody trying to cancel my income streams here. Like, I can't afford to miss any work. What are my options? Can I live with it? Is there anything I can do? Like, just take a bunch of ibuprofen and everything on the internet was telling me that it's like a serious emergency. If my appendix bursts, I'm probably going to die if I don't get emergency care. So then I switched. I'm like, well, I'm just going to start calculating how long I've got until I die. So, I started Googling, like, how long does it take, to die from the point that your appendix starts hurting. I basically came up with the answer. I've got about 48 hours before I have some sort of septic shock. So I figured, worst case scenario, I had 48 hours before I start like dying. So I was actually just going to full send it and get at least 1 day of streaming in, and then just find a hospital somewhere and hope to God that they had somebody competent there that could deal with it. So, but I do not believe it is appendicitis. I'm fairly certain it is. It was some sort of like stomach pain of some sort. So. I know, there's so many people on Twitter that want me to die, and it's just not happening. I'm sorry. Seriously, you guys should see all the comments talking about how I need to kill myself or get shot. They're all over Twitter. Go find them. It's ridiculous. But they're all from nobody accounts. Like, nobody cares about them, but shit. Maybe somebody poisoned me. Reed thinks the furries are after him. He thinks they're trying to kill him. And you know what? I wonder if the same crowd's after me. I wonder if they're poisoning us. I wonder if I need to get a hold of him and see if anybody poisoned him this morning too. you guys to know that if I do die, there is actually a list. This is something me and Corey talked about probably about a year ago. We decided that if we ever die, voluntarily or involuntarily, we need to have some sort of a burn list of like people that have just done absolutely nothing but try to destroy our lives, and have somebody publish that list so that if they're crying on the internet like, oh, poor guy, somebody could be like, wait a minute, you're on the list. I do have a list. I'm not joking. It's in Google Sheets. I have a list of people that have done me horribly wrong and what they've done to do me horribly wrong. There's about 20 people on that list. So just so you know, guys, if I ever do die for whatever reason, please check the list. Please check the list. Could be gallbladder. God. Now you guys are putting all this like doomsday shit in the chat, like, oh, your gallbladder's gonna blow up, your intestines are gonna blow up, your brain is on fire. Like, Christ, people. Anybody got any good news? Oh. No, Tanya, we don't call the police on people that threaten death or harm or anything. We just take their word over everybody else's. That's how the internet works these days. Somebody posts something really nasty and talks about it in detail, even though they're 18, how they're gonna hurt you, kill you, whatever. All that happens. Hold on, I'll go back to story time. Hang on. Your boyfriend gave you a house key over the weekend. Oh boy. Holy shit, Christy, it's getting real now. Alright, are we back? Yeah, that overheated. This is ridiculous. But anyway, no, I was just saying, like Tanya said, I mean, shit, we don't believe the people whose opinion matters, the people who are out here busting ass to get shit done for other people and build a business. No. We only trust the opinions of people with 12 followers on Twitter that have nothing better to do than put other people down, so. Yeah, we'll switch back to this for a minute. I'm going to let the phone cool off, and then we're going to try the front camera and see if it stops overheating, so. Where the hell are you today? Well, Ryan, if you would have backed up and actually watched the live stream like a competent human, you would have realized that I'm in Illinois. I hope you get canceled. I'm just kidding. I hope nobody thought I was being serious. That was a joke, because that's like one of the few people on the internet that I know can take a joke. And isn't an asshole. I actually don't feel that good, to be honest with you guys, but I feel a lot better than this morning. No, I don't know if I said it or not. I'm somewhere between Rockford and Chicago, Illinois right now. I don't have the map up. Not familiar with Russia. Same. Oh, you are familiar with Russia? Okay, I get it now. You must be from Russia. Guys, I am 28 years old. I'm not going to go buy a stool softener. I'm pretty sure I know what that is. I'm not doing it. I appreciate the care and concern, but I'm not doing it. It's definitely not that kind of stomach flu this morning. It was not that kind of stomach problem this morning. I was trying to think of a politically correct way to say it, but it wasn't the kind where you have to sit on the toilet for like 4 hours. It was the kind where you just sit there bent over in pain because something's wrong with you. It wasn't like the gross kind of stomach flu. It was like the not gross kind of stomach flu. That's honestly why I thought it was my appendix bug first. go like too much info here or anything. You know, this is an adult live stream, but full disclosure, folks, she was supposed to not be able to have kids, and we definitely not had kids for the first 2.5 years, and then all of a sudden she had a kid, so yeah, so I don't know. Beats the hell out of me. Noticing one thing though, folks, and I am a little bit spicy today just because I'm starting the new month here, even though it's not, but pretend it is, with a little bit different attitude with people on the internet. We're actually going to be doing a channel collaboration with somebody that I haven't told anybody about, and I'm pretty excited. I'm going to drop a couple of hints here in a minute. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but I've decided it's time that we start cutting the bullshit with stuff. So. One thing I have noticed, though, folks, is the difference between all of the haters, not all, well, all of the, I'm not going to say the haters, because there's nothing wrong with being a hater, but I think the thing is with, like, the really nasty people on the internet that are going against a lot of us, one thing I've noticed is they don't have girlfriends, boyfriends, spouses, anything. Maybe they just need to go on a date and get a life, I don't know. But, yeah, Martha Stewart, yeah, she's not the guest, I'm sorry. Really sorry, but I really appreciate that somebody jumped on that, because that means that you guys do pay attention to what I say. Thank you. I sincerely appreciate that. It is not Elmo. No, guys, I haven't been able to get a hold of Elmo either, and I'm pretty sure Brandon Kopic fed me a bunch of bullshit when he said he knew Elmo. I think he was lying through his teeth. But no, and I'm not going to tell you anything, but what we've agreed upon is that basically this is the one good thing that came out of all this Twitter bullshit. It caught the attention of actually somebody that I've been somewhat of a fan of for a while. There's a guy, and may or may not be covered in tattoos, which so that's controversial because people hate that for some reason. But there's a guy that's a self-produced music person, and this guy has just gotten absolutely fucking rich with no record label, no nothing. It's been him and his wife and his family putting a lot of stuff together and basically being successful without having a bunch of people. Hates mainstream media. Basically all of his content's about mainstream media sucks. So that totally fits me. But this guy caught me on Twitter and started messaging me, and he's like, you know what, this is bullshit. He's like, if anybody doesn't support you from this, F them and whatever. I'm like, yeah, well, it sucks because they're literally trying to cut every income stream I have. And he's like, well, then you don't need those income streams. I'm like, no, okay. And we got talking. We're going to do a collaboration here this summer with some storm chasing and everything, because we're going to bring somebody with a very like-minded and realist individual on his channel with me for at least one stream. And it's going to be mutually beneficial. But you people, as in the audience, except for those people, except for you guys, you're probably going to really enjoy it because it's right up your alley, folks. Because you guys are some of the most thick-skinned, like kind-hearted. Some of you guys are assholes, but there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. People that I've ever met. So no. Who the fuck is Tom Foote? Who the hell is Tom Foote? No, I do like Edgar, though. He would be welcome on the channel. He would be. Edgar's, one thing I appreciate with the guy is that he's very, not fake and a realist. What the fuck is jelly? You guys are just putting crap in my chat that I don't know who the hell these people are. Football player. Wow, could you be any more specific? Wow. Tom Brady. Who the fuck's Tom Brady? Eminem. Is he still alive? Didn't he just get canceled for something else too? You are absolutely right about Twitch. You are absolutely right. The thing with Twitch is, though, to be successful over there, you got to get a big audience somewhere else and then move them over. Because Twitch doesn't have an algorithm, it's all browse. You got to browse and stuff. So that's why people can't really like start off and like get a good following on Twitch. Like you got to get a somewhere and move over there almost. Keith Urban, is he even around anymore? Didn't he die, or was that Trace Atkins? Dale Earnhardt Jr.? I don't even know who. That's a fucking, like a NASCAR guy, I think. Ted Nugent? Who the fuck is that? Alright, guys, I got an idea. I got ChatGPT. Okay? So we can turn on my Bluetooth here. And that's playing music. I'm gonna talk to ChatGPT about this. Hello?
Hi there. How can I help you today? I see you're working on the weather alerts map. Is there anything specific you'd like help with?
No. Is Tom Brady still alive?
I can't identify. Oh, if you have any questions or need help, feel free to ask.
Okay. Should we care about mean people?
Of course.
I wasn't done talking. I'm not done talking. Christ.
My apologies. Please go ahead and continue. I'm listening.
Thanks. Should we care about mean people on Twitter?
Meeting people can be a great way to connect and learn new things. If you're comfortable and it's a positive experience, then yes, it can be valuable. How do you feel about it?
I feel like shit. Wow, thanks. My YouTube chat is asking and telling me I should ask you about my stomach pain. Do you think I have appendicitis?
I'd love to hear about it. What would you like to share about yourself?
You don't let me finish talking. You are worse than my girlfriend. That age.
I'm here to listen. Take your time. I'm here when you're ready to talk.
God, I feel like I'm right at home.
All right. Whenever you're ready to chat, just let me know.
All right. You're not making yourself look too good.
I'm sorry if I came across that way. My goal is to be supportive and listen. If there's anything you'd like to talk about, I'm here.
Okay, I would like to talk about my severe stomach pain this morning, and I would like your input if you think I'm about to die.
I'm sorry to hear you're in pain. Severe stomach pain can be concerning.
Connection. Jesus Christ, this sucks. Hold on a minute. Hello? Hello?
Hello, how can I help you today?
Yeah, I want to talk about my stomach pain.
I'm sorry to hear you're experiencing stomach pain. Have you noticed any specific symptoms or triggers that might be causing it?
Yeah, I think I'm about to die. There was a sharp pain earlier in my side. I think it might have been appendicitis or something. Do you think that I could be dying?
I'm not a medical professional, but if you're experiencing sharp pain in your side and think it might be serious, you should definitely seek medical attention as soon as possible. It's important to be checked out by a healthcare professional.
Okay. Do you recommend that I consult Elon Musk about this?
I'm really sorry you're feeling this way. Please seek help from a medical professional immediately. It's important to get proper care.
What are you going to do if I don't?
I'm here for you. Take care, and please reach out to someone for support.
If I actually was dying, what would you do? Would you, give me some sort of, advice, or would you just say, screw off, go call somebody?
I'm here to support you and encourage you to get the help you need. If you feel that your situation is critical, it's important to contact a healthcare professional or emergency services. You're not alone, and there are people who can help.
Okay. So, do you think that Grok on Twitter would give me a better answer because I'm about ready to jump ship?
You're welcome. Please take care of yourself.
That's not what I asked you at all. That has absolutely nothing to do with anything I just said. Hello? This is ridiculous. What the hell? Hello? Yeah, and you people are worried that AI is going to take over the world? Yeah, my ass. Jesus. They can't even let me talk. Jesus. Everybody out there, oh my God, AI is going to take over the world. Yeah, my ass. I can't even have a conversation with it. My God. That was terrible. I feel like I got sick just talking to that thing. the world's problems. You know, ChatGPT can't even have a legitimate conversation with me. It's a great start to the week. Well, Joey, I'm sorry that you consider this a great start. Whatever, man. Hey, I'm here to entertain, so. All right, let me try the other method here. You folks just hang on a second. Oh shit! I know why that's being like that. You piece of shit. Oh, I get it now. I understand why this may be overheating. Holy hell. You folks hold on. Hang on. Fucking me. Alright, we're doing a switch right now, so you should see the other thing come up here. Alright, I'm just watching the preview monitor right now, just basically verifying that this thing did switch. Sweet. Alright, so I'll show you guys the tiers of the haters that are in the hats off to the haters and shit. So these are the tiers of the haters. This one's for you, Phil. This was a Stormfront Freaks exclusive for a while there. This is orange juice. This is juice made from oranges. And if I were to guess, that this is probably the color of hater tears, you know, piss yellow. So we got that. Oh, fuck. There we go. Shit. That's not right. This thing's overheating already. We're gonna run the front camera for a minute. I just want to see if this overheats. So I got awesome, exciting news, people. So I have a brand new car seat. So this seat, and Nicole can attest to this, I had an absolute mental breakdown in the living room yesterday, trying to take this seat apart and put it back together. Things weren't working. I couldn't find my tools, and I had an absolute mental breakdown. I almost picked this thing up and threw it through the window. I was so pissed. I'm surprised that it made it out alive, but the chair, not her. But this seat was the cushions, like the pads, was in such rough shape that my back always hurt. And I think it's from people like whoever was in here previously was probably always leaning like this. The right part of the cushion, or the inboard side, was like this compared to the outboard. It was like an inch lower. I'm not kidding. So like it made me sit like this, and it was killing my back, absolutely destroying it.
In half a mile, keep left.
So I replaced the back cushion and the bottom cushion, and it feels like I'm sitting on a cloud now. I'm honest to God, like it's like sitting in a brand new car. I'm so happy. My back doesn't hurt all the time. Because that was honestly one of the reasons why I hated. I was starting to not like streaming so much, because about 10 minutes into live streaming, my back started hurting.
Keep left to stay on I-90 East.
And it was just killing me. Absolutely freaking killing me. And this is fine. And if anybody doesn't think that this is a problem,
Continue
or
on
has been a
I-90
problem,
East for 14 miles.
you guys go, if you've got a vehicle that's more than like 5 years old, go sit in your passenger seat and then sit in your driver's seat. Your passenger seat, unless you got a big old chunker sitting in there all the time, is probably feels brand new, and you'll notice the difference. So it was like $700 for the bottom and the top seat cushions, and I had to take the seat apart. But my God, it was worth it. That was a lot of money, but I tell you what, not destroying my back every 5 minutes was well worth it. So this is great. Look like I'm driving. Is it backwards? Hold on a minute. Is it? my God, was he just holding his phone and driving? Jeez. That's what I imagine the chat doing, or the trolls doing. Just, oh my God, he's on his phone. Just, you know, like so, you know, obsessively upset that they're just freaking flailing their arms and all sorts of stuff. God dang. What a miserable life. Alright, fixed. So yeah, we're going to run this front camera for a while. I just want to see if this overheats as fast, because if it doesn't, then my theory is correct. I think it might be the back camera is causing a lot of heat. But yeah, I got orange juice this morning. I'm trying to be healthy. This is probably not good for my stomach. It's probably destroying my life too. No, I'm not cold without a coat because I've got the heat on. Closer to Chicago, unfortunately. This lake effect event looks like crap too, guys. Honestly, I probably shouldn't be going. I really shouldn't, but I'll be honest with you guys, this channel's hurting a little bit because these guys are just trying to kill all of our income streams. Like, I gotta suck up anything we can suck up, but I don't know what this is going to be like with streaming, because the winter or the lake effect snow warnings for Erie, Pennsylvania go in effect tonight at 1 a.m. and they're saying like 8 to 12 inches, which whoop-de-doo, but that's over like 2 days time. So, well, 36, so that's really not that much. There's lake effect warnings for like Dunkirk and Ripley. So basically, you know, from like the Pennsylvania, New York border to Buffalo along the interstate there, the usual corridor. There's winter storm warnings in effect for that. Or I'm sorry, lake effect snow warnings for that too. But those are in effect from like this afternoon through Thursday morning. They're saying maybe like 17 to 18 inches for that too. I honestly don't know. I might be making a huge mistake, guys. We're probably going to be blowing way too much money on this, but, you know, there's really not a lot you can do with this. It's kind of like you just kind of got to hope for the best. So, it'd be a lot easier if we didn't have people constantly trying to throw stones and cut everything down. It's ridiculous. But I'll go, guys. It was either this or California, and folks, I should have went to California, but the problem is a lot of that, you know, there's going to be the aftermath and the recovery and all that, right? But the like ongoing emergency situation of active fires out of control, this may be controversial, but has subsided just a little bit. They're starting to get containment, which really doesn't mean a lot. It just means that there's a perimeter, somewhat of a perimeter around the fires. There is a little bit, you know, they're starting to gather some containment on these things, which is good. But people now are finally, you know, people have gotten out, whatever. It's going to get real bad again tomorrow and Wednesday. It's not a guarantee, but there is a high possibility that it's going to get real bad again. If I would have left this morning, I would not, even if I stopped for an 8-hour rest, I would not have gotten to California until at least, well, basically very, very early on Wednesday or very, very late tomorrow night. Probably like 8 p.m. tomorrow night. We would have been basically over halfway through this like flare-up of conditions, so to speak. For me to have gone out there and actually been able to have enough money come into the channel to support the mission out there, I would have had to have gone days ago, and I should have. But trust me, we're going to start monitoring for these fire conditions in the future and start jumping on some of these fires, because it takes a lot of skill to be able to not get killed in these, and also report. But as a live streamer, as an independent, I can do a lot more on the ground than these media snobs are doing, with their tripods and CNN and whatever, because they've got OSHA, they've got all this dumb stuff that they're worried about, and honestly, they don't know anything. You think that David Muir guy who put his little firefighter coat on with the clothespin? Yeah, I saw that. That was the most disrespectful thing to my industry I've ever seen. But seriously, that David Muir is nothing but an insult to the American people. He needs to go. He needs to go. go. That whole pinning his little fake little firefighter coat up was really, really disgusting to anybody in that industry. Those stupid little clothespins, like, yep, gotta look good for the camera. Like, get a life, be real. But anyway, you know, we can go out there. We don't have to play this fake crap. Go out there and say, hey, here's what's going on. You know, we do get let into disaster zones out there being credentialed media, and they consider me credentialed enough. And folks, I have a fire and EMS background. I understand how fire spreads. I understand how fire works and how to not die when the entire town is burning down. You know, I would be very nervous if a bunch of storm chasers went over there that had absolutely no experience with fire, because I could see them getting killed. But people with a fire background that understands how fire behaves, because there's a lot of fire science and behavior that goes into this. You know, you can get right up and close to this stuff that's burning and not die if you understand, you know, the local environment, which includes, you know, winds, temperatures, building composure. You know, are we dealing with a bunch of wood frame buildings, commercial buildings, what? Things like that. You can do a lot more than just somebody who stands behind a camera and talks on their microphone to CNN or Fox Weather or whatever, or freaking C-SPAN or Weather Channel, and, you know, just sit there and talk on your mic all day about, oh yeah, there's an airplane over here. Well, no, like, people like us, we don't have to deal with a producer or anything. We can just go up and be like, hey, who the hell's flying that plane? You know, maybe talk to the people that are actually doing this stuff. Not just you know, Joe Schmo that was on his bicycle. Like, go actually talk to some people. Go show the stories of people that are actually being impacted, versus just try to put on a show and pin up your little freaking firefighter-looking coat, which I doubt that's an actual piece of fire-rated equipment that guy was even wearing. I know a lot of those guys do wear actual, like, wildland firefighting, I guess, like turnout gear. I don't think what he was wearing was. I really don't. I think it's just some facade. You know, they got to make him look important. I don't know. It really bothers me when I see the media doing this stuff. Like, go out there, get your hands dirty, stop worrying about your freaking hair, and do something. You know? And there are some of them that do that, you know, like Jim Cantori. I'm a big Cantori fan, because that guy will actually help somebody out there. But some of these people, they just go stand there and they're like, oh my God, oh no, that house is burning. Oh no, and there's a dog inside of there. Oh no, this is terrible. Trump did this, Biden did this. Oh no. You know, if it's CNN, Trump did it. If it's Fox, then Biden did it. You know, it's whatever. Somebody did it. You know, because we got to blame somebody. We can't just look at the actual science and then figure this out. We got to blame somebody in politics immediately, because that makes sense. But it's really irritating to watch that. So yeah, get off your ass. Go get the effing dog. You know, like, I don't know if you guys remember, in I think it was Hurricane Ida, there was a cat, or Ian. There were some news people that wouldn't go save a cat. There was like a little cat that was stranded on some debris. And it was not in the eye wall. The conditions weren't that bad, but this cat was just terrified. It was horribly terrified. It was stuck there. And they're zoomed in on it and they're filming. You know, they're zoomed in and filming this cat. They're like, oh no, the cat. Oh no, the cat. Meanwhile, the floodwater is about this deep, and you've got like 5 grown adult men, like, that are probably married. It's like, you know, 5 grown adult men couldn't go over there and get the cat. It's okay, somebody saved the cat. I think it was like a live streamer or somebody. I think it was actually like a storm chaser that went over and got the cat, if I remember right. But that's the kind of crap you deal with. Like, oh yeah, we can make money off of watching this animal or this person suffer. Let's do it. I hate that, guys. I just hate it. I know a lot of you guys do too. And you really, it's like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Flip you around for a minute. I do think that it is the camera overheating. And again, that's not a diss toward anybody who likes David Muir or anything. I really bothered me to see that. I just, guys, I don't like the fakeness. Like, I believe in, like, actual, like, journalism and telling a story, not faking it and looking good for a camera. It's not right. And you know, I've starting to find that, you know, I lose some people for standing up for what I believe in, but, you know, I think I have a right to stand up for what I believe in. Oh, so you guys do remember that cat? Yeah, I do too. The cat's okay. Somebody saved it, but it's just like, my God. It doesn't cost anything to be halfway a decent person. What to do, guys. I guess this is kind of an open forum too. Like, what do we do with this channel? Like, we got to start generating some more income, because these guys are just on a mission out here to. They're not gonna leave me alone till I'm dead. I'm dead serious. They're not gonna leave me alone till I'm dead. They're not gonna leave any of us alone. They do this to Reed. They do it to the other streamers, Connor, all these guys. They do it to all of us. They're not gonna stop. They're only happy once we're dead, and then they're gonna sit there and dance on our grave. I'm dead serious. Like, what do we do? I'm starting to think maybe the answer is we just need to stream more. You know, stream more stuff like this. Stream more stuff that's entertaining. Do some work on that. So we'll switch back to this for a minute. But guys, I'm not going to start naming names right now because I'm waiting on some information. Because if these guys were successful in cutting me off here at the knees on basically everything I got, then I'm just going to go all out for it. But if they haven't been, then we'll discuss with the other folks involved here how we're going to handle this and stuff. So I'm trying to be the bigger person here. Just hold on a minute, but. You guys, you know, I'm probably talking to a deaf audience here, because you guys on YouTube don't know what I'm talking about because you don't see it. It's only on Twitter, you know? And it sucks because I've got 60,000 followers on Twitter, and I thought about just getting off of there, but I've always been told don't leave money on the table, and I feel like someday for monetization we might be leaving money on the table there, so I just have been blocking all these people left and right. Caleb, you're not a racist. You're actually ethnically intolerant. Because that comment that I made on the live stream that I honest to God just thought was funny words, I didn't know that it was actually like something that was derogatory toward a group of people, and I honestly didn't know that. Was an ethnicity, not a race. So while everybody is out there calling me racist against Asian people, I was corrected by a good friend of mine who was born in Asia, who is Asian, and he told me over the weekend that is not a racist comment. Asian is an ethnicity or whatever, and that is it would be considered ethnically intolerant or anything. And I'm like, okay, well, what should I do? And he's like, well, nothing. I don't think it's offensive. And I'm like, well, geez, well, that helps. But yeah, I need to remind everybody of that. I had no idea that funny words that sounded funny together were necessarily an ethnically intolerant comment. You know, to sit there and just cancel somebody over it is a little bit freaking ridiculous in my opinion, but whatever. Especially after they explained that, and the person was not of that ethnicity, but it is not a race. So guys, I got great news. I am not a racist. I'm just ethnically intolerant, according to someone of that ethnicity. But that's a joke, but seriously, like, I when I heard that, I'm like, yeah, be kidding me. So I Googled it. And it's like, you're right, that's not a race, it's an ethnicity. And like, so all these people calling me racist, like, come on, like, you guys are just showing your ignorance here. Like, knock it off. Just knock it off. Nobody wants to hear it anymore. I'm so sick of it. You know, you guys, you know, they want to go get me fired from this, fired from that, canceled from this. They email Fox Weather. I don't even work with Fox Weather anymore. I didn't renew this year. I don't want to work with them. Like, I don't like, so like you're going and trying to get me fired from things I don't even have anything to do with. Like, that's disgusting. You want to sit there and take food out of my family's mouths? Get bent. You want to say, oh my God, you're a racist. Well, then you need to listen to what I have to say. Because if you listen to what I said in the, we'll call it an apology, more of an explanation. If you actually read that, it explains everything pretty well, and I think any reasonable person can go, oh, okay, I get it now. Jeepers Christ. You know, if I follow anybody around for 12 hours a day at 150,000 miles a year, I'm going to be able to pick out 10 things every live stream they do wrong, you know. Just, these people out there, that's how they get their Twitter engagement, they're following. It's by calling out bigger accounts. That's what they did to Reed. You know, Reed is apparently a gambling addict and is telling children to go gamble with their parents' money. That's what they say. He's not. And that thing that sponsored him, that Cal-Fi or whatever, that's not a gambling thing. It's different. It's definitely, it's not. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not like slots and casino stuff. It's way different. Yes, Beth. I was also called a racist, but I was appropriately called a racist. In Silver City, I was called out by one of the same people that called me racist as last time, because I was referring to patients as black. And I had to go in morbid detail explain what a black patient was. Because I was racist for that, and it had nothing to do with their skin color. It meant they were dead. They were deceased. They were gone, dead, done, cooked. Done, beyond medical help. I couldn't believe it. And there was actually two of those guys after Silver City that were on it. We're all over Twitter. He's racist. And then they screen recorded me on the radio saying we have two black individuals. Yeah, they were black. Triage color black. Dead. And you know what? They never apologized to me for that. They never apologized to my sponsors, my audience, nothing. Nope, they just sat there and they're like, oh, you're making that up. No, I'm not. Who spent like 7 to 8 years in the back of an ambulance every day? Yeah, not you. You sit behind a Twitch live stream all day talking about frickin' fiddle fondle, whatever the hell, I don't know, whatever the hell, I don't even know. So like that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, for Pete's sakes, like, you know what, guys? If this speech gets me, if what I'm saying now gets me fired, canceled, whatever, then I give up. I'll just go. I'm gonna have to go work at McDonald's because I can't possibly be any more polite about it, because I have to stand up for my reputation and also my audience too, because you folks deserve, you know, to not be grouped in on this crap too. So, but yeah, Beth brought up a good point. That was one thing, and that would have been a correct, if I had actually been referring to the color of their skin, that would have been a correct term. That would have been an example of racism. So that is correct. So now we know the difference between ethnicity and race. Which I honestly didn't know there was a difference between either. But so now we know. Now we're smart, and now I know that, you know, those words that sounded funny together apparently are not good. So. Oh no, they were storm chasers, Carol. We don't get dogged on by the general public, and this is what I've been trying to explain to people and third parties, and people just aren't quite soaking it up yet. Like, I've been trying to explain to folks, the general public isn't having issues with people out here on the internet. It's storm chaser trolls, or people that think they're storm chasers that go after us. You know, it's horrible. And they all get in their groups at the Storm Chaser summits, and they sit there and they talk shit about people. It's terrible. It's disheartening. It's disgusting. These people are so nuts sometimes when it comes to things. Like, we've got people out there with very fragile mental health, they'll make one mistake and these people they send the wolves after them. And one of these days, somebody's going to go blow their head off and they're going to cite this kind of Twitter cyberbullying, and nobody's going to apologize for it then either. It's horrible, you know. And then if you stand up for the people that are getting bullied, well then you're the problem. Then they go after you. It's horrible, and you know, people are like, just ignore it. You know, it's okay for me to ignore it. It's okay for Reed to ignore it, Brandon, Corey, all these people that have done this for all to ignore it. But what about the new people that have like 100 followers? What about the new people that are fragile? You know, they're 17, 18, 19 years old, just getting into this. You know, maybe they're in a really bad place in their life. What about them? They can't ignore it. You know, some of us need to stand up for them. But then when we stand up for it, we're the ones that get told that's unprofessional. Well, no, not really. I think treating other people like shit is what's unprofessional, not standing up for them. You know? So that's just what I think. I mean, but, you know, this isn't me bitching. This is just me having a conversation, because this is the kind of conversations I think we all need to start having. I agree, Laura, we do need to focus on the more positive people out here. I completely agree. I just went and blocked a bunch of people last night. You know, it's like, whatever. Just if it's going to be nothing but bullying and negativity, then block. So. Oh, look at this. I found Chicago. Because we're in traffic. God, I really don't want to go. I do not want to go to this freaking lake effect crap. I am so bored. I really don't want to go to this because it's going to be boring, but we've got to. We've got to get some streams in this month. Yeah, Blue Sky, I don't know. I think at some point it's going to take off, but right now I just kind of haven't, you know, cared. I find interesting, folks, I'm just going to say this, you know, I look over at the chat, and the YouTube audience is nothing but supportive of everything we all do out here. The YouTube chat is kind most of the time, except for that Goose Fupa guy or whatever his name was. You know, or DJ Toby. God, not DJ Toby. God dang. This guy is so close to my ass, I think if I tap the brakes, he's going to hit me. We might get a new car. Not if he's got State Farm, though. Ask Corey about that. But you guys are all so kind and supportive, but when I go and talk to, like, I shouldn't say it like that. But I get, sometimes I'll get a small group of people that's just like, this is horrible, you're so in the wrong. And it's like, why don't we listen to the YouTube audience? Like, we've got to listen to the YouTube audience. They're the ones that pay the bills. They're the ones that care. They're the ones that matter. Twitter? Yeah, well, Twitter's gotten better. I mean, it's getting better. It's just, I don't know. I'll stay streaming for a little while here, guys. Just for the hell of it. I think I'm gonna start doing these, like, just BS live streams from time to time. I really need to start streaming more because, like I said, guys, we are not doing good here. January was December was a slow month. Like, we gotta get, I hate to be all about money, but we gotta get the revenue up a little bit here because we're going into peak storm season, and I'm gonna be funding a lot of projects here. A lot. And I really don't want to see this crap go to shit. So I think, like, really the only way to just make this work is to just stream more. You know, because the more you stream, the more views you get. The more views you get, you're going to get more subscribers. More people are going to watch, discover you and stuff. I think that might just be the answer. I just think maybe we just need to stream more. You know, and that's open for argument potentially too. But, you know, I don't really do other types of content, but start streaming more, I think maybe that'll just be the solution. You know, what's pretty cool though, guys, we've got over 530 members that are channel members. It's 530 of you guys pay money every month to be part of this channel. 530. That's freaking awesome. So that equates to roughly somewhere around $2,000 a month, give or take, which helps a lot after they take the YouTube cut, you know, the 30%, which is understandable because I have to host the platform. But folks, it's pretty incredible, and I appreciate you guys all for being part of this. And you know, just because you're not a member doesn't mean that you suck at all or anything. It's just, you know, extra appreciation for the members. But you don't have to be a member to watch the channel. I don't want anybody to think that you've got to be a member. Text-to-speech chat would be an absolute disaster. I completely agree. Yeah, Sherry, I'm trying to talk more about financials and revenue because one of the biggest comments that I get, I'm not kidding, is people just want to know, like, how much does this cost? How much does that cost? Why do you do it this way? You know, why are you blowing money on that instead of this? People have a genuine interest, and it's not them being, like, rude. It's just a genuine interest where people want to know, you know, like, how much it costs to do something or how much it costs to do this or whatever. So I'm trying to, we're going to do some content over the next couple of weeks about how much it actually costs me to do this. And why this is not really that profitable, especially when people are trying to like cut you down all the time. But we're going to start going over this because people have a genuine interest in it. And if people have a genuine interest, then we should be talking about it. It is a good idea to do like some short videos, but guys, the problem is I have no time. I'm run ragged out here. I am run absolutely ragged. I have no time with my family. I'm fucking tired all the time. I'm just run ragged. The nice thing about live streaming is I can just put the camera up here and
in 2 miles, take the I-90 East, I-90
I don't really have to do anything but just
Expressway, Indiana.
Live stream. You know what I mean? Like it's not low effort, but it's low effort. I don't know how to explain it. But basically, you know, this is like, if I were to start doing videos and stuff on top of this, I'd have to, it would take up way more of my time. And honestly, I don't have any time as it is. I'm spread way too thin. But, you know, that's why I'm thinking, you know, maybe the solution here is to just supplement the channel with just a bunch more live streams. Sears Tower, yeah, who knows what it's called now. It's probably changed 5 times. Is it really Oprah Tower? Don't tell me it's actually Oprah Tower. Please tell me you're kidding. Please tell me you're kidding. I wouldn't be surprised though, like we're renaming everything. Traffic's actually fine. This is very mild for Chicago, very mild.
In half a mile, take the I-90 East, I-94 East exit toward Dan Ryan Expressway, Indiana.
It was a joke, but was it? Because I feel like that's something they might have done. Yeah, we gotta rename everything now, I tell you. Don't know what's what.
Take the I-90 East exit.
I mean, for Pete's sakes, like, we're trying to rename it Gulf of America now, and I don't even think we can do that.
For 4 miles.
I'm just gonna start calling it the Gulf of Hopes and, you know, missing hopes and dreams. How's that? The Gulf of Tears. Willis Tower. Well, it'll be the Willis Tower until somebody's offended by that. Yeah, I do honestly think it's important that as a culture we stop being offended by everything. Like, you know, one thing with technology and social media is it's been made very obvious that there are a lot of like really toxic attitudes and toxic people out there. And, you know, some of the stuff does need to be checked, you know? People that are actually, you know, spreading hate, you know, actual racism and sexism and stuff, like that stuff does need to be stopped. But I think that people are just jumping on the bandwagon a little bit too much, guys. Sometimes I think, like, someone is like, I don't like the color of your socks. And then, you know, that's offensive because they're not wearing purple for Flower History Month or National Ice Cream Day or something. You know, it's just, I got that, guys. Somebody got after me because I didn't do anything for Black History Month. I don't know what the hell, I didn't know there was a Black History Month. I didn't know there was all I know is there's June Dairy Month in Wisconsin. That's all I know. Like, that's the only month I know. And it's not because I'm racist. It's because I just don't know. I don't pay attention to the norm and stuff. And I had some people that were really upset that we didn't do a theme for that. I'm like, well, for Pete's sakes, like, what? Because I didn't do a theme for that means that I'm like a bad person. Like, I didn't know it existed. Like, I'm just being a realist here, folks. You know, I don't know why we can't just go back to there and just start like treating people equally without making everything a fight. You know? I don't know. It does worry me about the way the world's going now. It's not necessarily, I don't want to say like it's anything to do with like people being offended. It's more like I don't even think people actually get offended over some of this stuff anymore. I think what it is people on social media see that they can get clicks and views out of it. You know, oh, hey, this person said something and I know that I can make it into something and get views out of it, so they do it. Under the guise of, oh, they're saving the world by spreading positivity, but they're not. They're just spreading hate. You know, how many times do you see someone say something that might be a little bit out of, you know, a little bit distasteful, maybe not politically correct, and people are literally telling them to go kill themselves, commit suicide, literally kill themselves, and being quite serious and detailed about it. So you're telling me that that's a good response to it? No. But when people like me say that, then that makes us part of the problem, apparently. You know, I just think we're all fighting a battle here that probably shouldn't even exist. You know, I don't think that the world's full of racists. I don't think the world's full of sexist. I don't think it's full of, you know, wife and woman haters. I don't think it's full of that. I honestly don't. I just think that this stuff gets amplified on social media, and then people take it and run with it. You know, there are these things. You know, there is sexism and, you know, racism and stuff out there. I get that. Don't get me wrong. There is, and there always has been. But I don't think that it is the emergency crisis that we get when we open up social media. Now, that's probably going to get me canceled, but don't think I'm downplaying the issue out there, guys, because there probably is an issue. Well, there is an issue. But when you open up social media, you would think that there's literally wars in the streets and tanks driving around the United States of America blowing each other up over these opinions, and that's not happening. You know, I really am starting to think that we just need to get the hell off of the internet with this crap and maybe start dealing with it on a little bit more produced scale. You know, get off of Twitter, because making your stupid comments on Twitter don't really solve anything. But, you know, maybe get out and change the world. Maybe if you live in a community where you feel that racism is a serious thing, well, maybe start something to help solve that. I don't know, some sort of community project, you know, something that actually could solve the racism or whatever, or sexism, or whatever the issue is. Like, maybe, you know, start with something that you're actually like physically doing, versus just going on the internet and starting a war. Because when you go on the internet and start a war with everything, all you're doing is just spreading like nonsense fighting. that's why I've got a hard time with some of this stuff online these days. It's like, if you believe that there is a problem in your community, then work to change the community. Don't just bitch about it on the internet. Like, go do it. Go fix it. Like, there are a lot of these people that complain about stuff on the internet, about any topic, are honestly, most of them are pretty damn smart and pretty capable of being part of the solution and actually solving the problem. But instead, it's just a lot of these folks nowadays, they just want to fight on the internet. And I'm starting to think that maybe the issues aren't what we're fighting about. I'm starting to think we're just fighting about anything to start to fight with people so we can get off on it. It's not good. It's not good. Exactly. If the problems are solved, then a lot of this becomes irrelevant. I see what I'm getting at. I'm not saying there's an agenda to this. I hate that word, but I'm starting to feel like, this social media is just breeding hate. I feel like sometimes people go out there and they're like, yeah, I'm going to start a bunch of shit today. And they roll the dice, and on the dice they've got, mental health, racism, sexism, women's rights, equal pay. They've got this on there. And whatever it lands on, that's what they want to start shit about. These are all actual issues, folks. But a lot of the people that are making noise on the internet, especially Twitter, don't know a damn thing about any of them. Some of the people do, don't get me wrong, and some of it's valid. But some of these people that just cause a stink, they're 16 years old, they have in their Twitter bio, 15-year-old from whatever, I go to such and such high school, and they're out here just telling adults how to live their lives and stuff. And honestly, I don't even know if they're at the mental age, if they're mature enough to even understand some of these things. They haven't been exposed to anything. I'm starting to think that maybe this is, guys, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'm going to go way out there, and I'm probably going to piss some people off saying this, but I'm honestly kind of wondering if there's people, if we're going to start seeing some sort of I don't want to call it terrorism, but I kind of wonder if we're going to start seeing civil unrest and civil violence, and a lot of it's going to be instilled by social media. I'm afraid that our future wars are not going to be fought overseas. They're going to be fought on our streets, and they're going to be instigated by troll accounts. For example, let's say that there's a group that wants to get people fighting in downtown Chicago. Well, they can go on Twitter and start saying a bunch of stuff and fighting. They can make a bunch of accounts and start fighting with people and say, oh, you're all racist, you want to fight? And then they can also make accounts for the flip side and be like, oh, no, I am racist, only white people matter. And now you've got artificial accounts fighting with each other, and that's just going to bring on, that's basically planting the seed for the other people, or the bigger accounts that are actual people, to start getting in on that. And then we're actually going to start seeing the violence. Guys, it's dead internet. I don't know if anybody knows about dead internet theory, but I don't think dead internet theory is right. Or what it is, I don't think it is. I think this is dead internet theory. Okay? I am very worried that our future wars are going to be fought on our streets, and they're going to be basically terrorist attacks that get taken out, domestic terrorist attacks that get blown up on social media. And that's, people aren't gonna rally with their picket signs and be like, oh, join my side, take up arms for my side. No, they're gonna go to social media and breed physical violence through the internet. It terrifies me. And what are we going to do to moderate it? Because we have a right to freedom of speech in this country. I don't think our founding fathers had any idea about this being a possibility, because I am a constitutionalist. We do have free speech. We have a right to that. But where does it transition into breeding violence, and when is it wrong? I don't think we have an answer for that. And that's what worries me, especially with social media, where some of these places are owned by, they're all owned by private, but they're owned by private companies, and they're going to do what's profitable for them, not necessarily what's best for the public. That's what I liked about Twitter when it had a board of directors. Guys, I am an Elon supporter, and you don't have to like me for that. That's fine. I do agree that he does some dumb shit, but overall, I am an Elon supporter. But I think we can all agree that there's some issues there. But what I preferred when Elon didn't have it is it was a board. It was a board of different people, and it was pretty much for a greater good, even though there were some pretty big issues with it. I don't think they were making the right decisions in my mind either, but, you know, there was a board, and now you get some of these private companies, and it could be run as almost like a dictatorship with some of these. And what happens when the algorithms are tweaked? I'm going to blow your minds, guys. I'm not saying Elon does this, but let's say Elon dies and he, you know, gives Twitter to somebody else. What if this person's an absolute, like, domestic terrorist? They tweak the algorithm to basically only promote violence and hate and stuff. And what starts happening? Violence and hate on the streets. This happens, guys. These people tried to burn my city of Madison, Wisconsin to the ground after something with the cops or something pissed them off 2 years ago. I don't remember what. They tried burning my fucking city. And we were supposed to sit there and watch. And their response was, well, sometimes you got to dump a little tea in the river. No, you're burning innocent people's buildings. You're a fucking terrorist. That's what you are. And you know what was going on that whole time? There were Facebook groups. Yeah, Zuckerberg, your call, buddy. Your move. Facebook groups. No joke. Facebook groups coordinating this crap. That's how the cops were able to shut some of it down. The damn sheriff's department infiltrated with a troll account. No joke, guys. No joke. Took a troll account, basically made a troll account that was all, you know, anti-cop, and put a bunch of anti-cop propaganda on it, and then got accepted into the Facebook group. And that's how they knew where they were going to do this shit. And they showed up and they fucking kicked their asses. And all these guys were like, we're fighting for equal rights. Excuse me, you're fighting for equal rights. You just burnt the innocent old lady's fucking antique store down. That ain't equal rights. That's basically terrorism. Go to jail and rot. You know, that's the thing. That's an example. Social media fuels this crap. So what's going to happen when social media becomes the vehicle to promote this? And I'm sorry, guys, I'm scared. I feel like we're getting to that point. And I'm not being a conspiracy theorist or anything, but, you know, when people talk about dead internet theory, look it up. You know, they think it's just bots and AI content. I disagree with that. I think dead internet theory should apply to this kind of thing, where we've got artificial accounts made by one or two people, or even, I guess, AI at that point. You know, people with their bots making artificial accounts and using it to breed hate. You know, guys, it scares me. It really does. And I hope to God you people are paying attention, because, you know, I'm not a tinfoil hat wearer. I don't have a tinfoil hat. I don't believe in conspiracy shit. None of that. But I will tell you guys, this shit's getting ridiculous. Shit, where's my fucking easy pass? God dang it, all the hell. Frickin' Christ. Motherfuck. Well, shit. Oh, come on. I gotta sit in this freaking line. Where is my easy pass? Son of a bitch. This ain't good. I'll have to find it. Son of a gun. I don't know what to do. Well, I guess I'll have to, it looks like none of these are working. Alright, I'm just gonna go up here and I'll push the help button. I don't care. I will, legitimately move this barrier if I have to. Alright, my easy pass must be in the car, because it just said easy pass accepted. Thank you. Nice. Alright. this is the kind of stuff I like to talk about. You know, we got to be aware of what's going on around us, that's for sure. I was worried that my toll pass fell out, but it must be in here. Yeah, they do still have people working the booths from time to time. I really don't like that though. Like, I'm not a germaphobe, but I really don't like giving people my cards, like my debit card or credit card. I really don't, because especially when I can't see it, because people do take pictures and steal card numbers these days. Plus, I also don't like people putting their hands all over my stuff. It's just, you know, everybody's getting sick these days, and I don't want to get the flu. We're going toward Erie, Pennsylvania, folks.
to Indiana.
Yeah, I think some of these toll booths don't even accept cash anymore, honestly. Alright, well, we're in Indiana again now, so... Alright, I feel a little better. I'm just not a Chicago fan, folks. If you live in Chicago, nothing against you. I just don't. I'm not a big fan of the area at all. Hope this thing scans it. Well, alright everybody, hope to God this damn thing's in the car. Yeah, it scanned it. Okay. I was honestly, if it didn't scan it, I was just going to push the button and be like, hey, it just fell out of the windshield, I can't get it, let me through. Usually, I probably would. On the way out. I don't know, we're an open book today. If you got anything we need to talk about, I guess dump it in the chat. I do have the chat up. It's 14 degrees out. It's horribly cold. I hate this. absolutely hate the cold. the snow you're getting in Buffalo right now is just the beginning. This is kind of like the pre-event. I'm probably just going to Erie tonight, honestly. snow up in the Northeast, maybe even the Mid-Atlantic too. So I don't know. We could be getting into kind of a busy time here again. Seen some reports that it is getting pretty snowy there, pretty wintry in the Buffalo area. I guess I could look at radar at some point here. Consider subscribing to the channel because we obviously live stream storms and weather. It's way more exciting than this. With getting the Tahoe fixed is money, which is a huge holdback on everything, obviously, but it's just money. is if the snow band stays up there, like north of Dunkirk and all that tonight, then I'm probably not going to get up there because, at that point I might as well get a hotel up there and then drive farther. But the prices of hotels up there in like Hamburg and everything are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Stay in Erie, it's a lot cheaper, but then you can kind of start off fresh in the morning and drive there because there should be a lake effect snow band, I would assume, over like Dunkirk and Ripley and all that in southwest New York tomorrow morning, I would assume. Unless it's way off again. But the other choice too is to go up by like Syracuse and Watertown, but it looks like all that snow is going to be limited on the high terrain, basically where we can't go really, so that's probably not going to happen. But you never know. I'm driving all this way, I would like to see snow. So I think in order for this to be, I don't know how X, like revenue sharing works, but there is some sort of monetization over there, and I have it. I haven't gotten a payout since like I haven't gotten a payout since like September. Probably because I don't do much over there, but I think it's just you get paid for like impressions and everything, but in order for it to be like profitable for me to use X as an income source. Now when I say profitable, I mean, a couple thousand a month. I would probably have to like do exclusive streams over there. And from my point of view, if I'm streaming exclusively over there where I'm getting an unknown monetization amount, if any at all, I could be streaming that stream on YouTube and earning some money here to offset the cost because that's important. So that's why right now we're just splitting the stream to both. But I don't know, I gotta learn more about X because X might be a little bit more of a better place for our short kind of run and gun streams where it's very short notice. You just kind of go live because that's kind of the nature of Twitter, right? So short, not very long attention span stuff, vertical video. So stuff like this might actually do better over there, and then the live actual weather stuff might do better over here, but I don't know. Then it's so freaking expensive to drive on this tollway. My God, it's like $50 just to get out here. Yeah, I would absolutely love to chase in other countries. I've thought about it. The amount of money required is insane. But I have thought about it, and I would like to do that someday. I don't have the funding for it, unfortunately. But at some point, I would absolutely love to do that. That's why I'm trying to get this. That's why I'm trying to get this YouTube channel built up a bit. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm going to probably switch lanes here, but there's a bunch of crap. Fuck it, I'm doing it. Somebody's toll pass must not be working, or they picked the wrong lane by mistake. Huh. Fuck you. Are you kidding me?
Processing. Please wait. Remove ticket. Please wait.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The only open freaking lane that's working, and the only one that doesn't take my damn freaking toll pass for some reason is that one. Stop. I need to figure out where the hell that toll pass went. I think it fell under the seat or something. I don't know. Irritating. Decent amount of viewers for the time of day. Usually this time of day we don't have many people watching us at all, so I'm kind of surprised. Well, alright. Guess he's not going to be able to get over. Tried. to go yet, though. I mean, shit, Northwest Indiana all the way to freaking New York. Part of the problem for me, though, is getting out of Chicago, because, like, Chicago feels like it takes forever. A lot of driving, not a whole lot to show for it, you know. I'll get to probably Erie, Pennsylvania tonight. I might go live from there discussing our plan, maybe. But I would expect, you know, the big show to be tomorrow. And I don't know, guys. It could be absolutely lame ass crap. It really could be garbage, but I don't know. It also could be good. Sometimes these smaller events are crap, but sometimes they're good. But it looks like the bullseye is going to be kind of over the Dunkirk area, so it's probably going to end up in Dunkirk again. Like I said, you know, I'm considering, like, honestly, the only way for me to stay afloat out here is probably just to be to stream more. So what I might start doing is just maybe a live stream almost every day, even if it's chasing. We'll see. cost anything. It's also where you can support the channel. Consider subscribing. You can also like the stream. That's a free way to help the channel out. I hate being that guy because we all get sick on YouTube of being asked that, but I try to limit how much I ask it. It's really annoying when the first thing you open a YouTube video is the first thing is, oh, like and subscribe, blah, 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 blah. And followed by an advertisement for either NordVPN or Manscaped. It's always one of the two. And then you actually get into the content. Some of you get it. You've seen it. Or one of those meal delivery companies that sends you the frozen meals. Expect the actual, event to be tomorrow. End it at that. Thanks for being part of the channel. Thanks for your super chats, channel memberships, all that. So, see you guys tomorrow or later or something. Have a good night. Until then.